Hello and welcome back to Yay Basketball, the basketball game show. Monday, July 3rd, 2023, recording live from the Yay studio. I am your host and producer, Michael Padilla. Along with me today, I have one, Bob Aldrett.
Hey, Michael, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z, baby.
Thank you so much. Justin Moore is with us as well.
No, that's how we say our ABCs.
Oh, here we go. You're setting him up. As well as one, Trey Dishner.
Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
What are you going to count to infinity? What was the goal there?
Oh, no.
Next
How's
time,
it going,
won't
guys?
you sing with me?
Oh. Bob always set me up.
We are off to a great start. Also here with us today, special guest via satellite. If you've seen any of our videos online, you've likely seen this man as well with nearly 150,000 followers on TikTok. There's not a filter this man fears. He'll build a team against you and your friends and bring the energy every single time. Please welcome to the show, Myles Durr, a.k.a. Wadurr.
Hey, yeah, I like that, man. I like that. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much for joining us,
Appreciate the
Myles.
intro.
How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. Doing good. You know, a beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, so I can't complain, man. It's summertime.
We
Always good.
were talking before we got started there, and we'll obviously get into a little bit more get to know you stuff with in a moment here. But Sonic's Seattle man over there, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know. I always got to represent the team. Seattle Supersonics all day, every day.
So you'll be
You know what I mean?
thrilled
I'm
when
never
that
gonna fade
expansion
away.
team comes, huh?
Man, you don't understand. Everybody here, they talk about it every day. You'd be surprised.
bet.
Every single day.
I
They're just
believe it.
waiting for it.
I believe
Wait
I
it.
got a
for
speeding ticket. The Sonics need to come.
I'm at the drive-thru, and the Sonics need to get a team. It's like,
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, rate 5 stars, share with friends, and follow us at @Yay_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
Add me on the groove.
Last week, friend of the show Ryan Hammer joined us to play Quote Unquote and Free Agent Frenzy. Then we hit the Curiosity Corner to talk all things NBA draft, and we got to pick Ryan's brain about some of the soon-to-be big names of the league. It was a very, very good episode, so be sure to check that one out if you have not already. Also, go to yaybasketball.com for exclusive YB merch. We've got t-shirts, mugs, hats, stickers, and hoodies with a bunch of great designs. Go grab some of that sweet, sweet Yay Basketball merch. Bob has a Bob's Buckets shirt on right now.
oh, sorry, too early.
It is
My
not
bad.
free. It is not free.
My bad.
It is not. And Justin has a My Man Timothy Duncan mug there. So we've got a whole bunch of good stuff. Yaybasketball.com for exclusive YB merch. Now, this is the basketball game show, as I mentioned. And we have Myles with us, who is a first-time guest. So it's good to get to know Myles when there's no better way to do so than the scouting report.
It's the Yay Basketball Scouting Report. This week's guest, Myles Durr.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Myles, again, thank you so much for being here. We're glad to have you. So, like I said at the start, you've got a huge following on TikTok and Instagram. We mentioned that you started in the summer of 2021, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
what caused you to start getting into those kinds of things?
Okay, so man, what caused me to start getting into TikTok? So I had recently just got out the military, and I was at a point where I was like, I didn't really know what I wanted to do next. I had a friend of mine that was in the entertainment industry. He was a producer for Sony, and he was in a lot of A&R meetings and stuff. And he was telling me everybody's talking about this new app called TikTok, and they're saying everybody's getting big on TikTok and everybody's trying to use TikTok. He was like, bro, you got the personality for it. Just go for it. Just do it. Just try it. And I ended up looking at it, and I was like, man, I told him, I was like, this is for kids. I can't do this, man. I can't touch TikTok, I was like, man, come on. He was like, bro, just find your niche. He was like, bro, just find your thing. So I was scrolling one day, and I saw somebody doing an all-time lineup, and I was like, dude, I could do this.
Yeah.
And it was like the NBA filter, random team, pick a player. And I was like, man, I could do this. So I started doing my own, and ended up doing one, and I had my dad do one, but it was like a swipe on Instagram to see who had the better lineup. We both were in the video together. And one of the first comments was, you should do a video with you and the other person in the video together. And I was like, that's a great idea. So July 21st, when I was back in Seattle, at my friend's bachelor party. The same friend that told me to do TikTok.
Uh-huh.
I was at his bachelor party, and one of my good friends there, I was like, bro, let's just do a video. I just put up my phone, and we did the verses, the very first one.
Mm-hmm.
I posted it. 8 hours later, we woke up, and I had 60,000 views, and I went
Nice.
from 700 to 5,000 followers overnight. And
Yeah.
I said,
Nice.
obviously, this is what I need to do.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, that is crazy. So kind of similar story. We had kind of a similar. We dropped one and it was like whatever, and nothing really happened. And then we dropped another one, and it was anybody who's listening for a long time, you're probably aware of this, but we dropped a video. It was like our second one that we'd ever made, and I kind of convinced Kyle and Justin to do it. And in the video, Justin needs a big man, and he's got the Hawks, and he takes Dominique Wilkins.
Mhm.
And the comments we got, it's still our most commented video. Like, you needed a center, you passed on Mutombo, and all that. Like, and that took off kind of the same way you're talking. So I can relate to that. And then from there, it was just nonstop. And then, it was like 3 a day, 2 a day, like all that forever. So,
Exactly.
but here's the big difference between your videos and our videos is that we do ours in a very controlled environment. Like, we have the studio set up. It's us sitting at the table. We choose the games. We choose the rules for the games. I make a lot of the filters. You just battle people like it seems like just random people on the street.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
my question is, how do you find these people? Like, you did, because you got one of your biggest videos is you battling a cop.
That's great.
How do you find these guys? Like, what's the process for when that starts?
So honestly, when I started the videos, obviously the first few ones were with people that I knew, because that was the only way that I thought I could really do it. But then I was like thinking to myself, like, I'm not around these people all the time. So if I just do it with people that I know, my content's gonna slow down. I'm not gonna be able to expand the way that I want to.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, man, I live in DC right now. I could just go to the Capitol and just ask a random person.
Yeah.
And I was living over by University of Maryland. So I was like literally by the University of Maryland campus.
Go Terrapins.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So literally one day I walked over there, and the first few times, like the first couple hours, you don't ask a soul. Like, you walk past people, you're like, oh, this is the perfect person. You don't ask anybody.
Right.
And as you keep going, you're like, man, forget this, man. I'm just gonna try it. So I just I went up to like a big party. It was like a lacrosse party, and it was a whole bunch of people there, like 60 people in the backyard. It was insane. So I walked up and I was like, hey, how y'all doing, man? And they completely stopped the music. And I was like, I was like frozen because I was like, what do I do now? And I was like, hey, how y'all doing? I'm a TikTok influencer, and I'm just trying to make some TikToks. I don't have a whole bunch of followers. Only got like 6,000, but hey, I think the video will blow up. One of the kids was like, I'll do it. The drug college was like, fuck it, I'll do it. So I was like, perfect. That kid did it, and his friends watched the video and were like, bro, this is so cool. And next thing you know, I had 7 videos from that one lacrosse. Just from people like, yeah, I'll do it. And from there, it's like I just grew the courage to just go anywhere. So when it comes to that cop in Philly specifically, I went to Philadelphia with one of my cameramen, and we would travel all over the place. Philadelphia, New York, everywhere, like all up and down the East Coast. And we went to Philly, and I was just chilling. And literally the cops are like in there, and they don't do anything. They were chilling. They were like posted up. Literally. They were posted up, and they were just chilling, because you'd be surprised, Philadelphia nightlife doesn't really exist.
Okay.
So there wasn't people really out and about doing anything. People just go there to see the Rocky statue, and then they leave. So literally, that's all they do. So basically, I went over there and I was talking to him. I was like, yeah, I'm a TikToker, man. He was like, man, you a cool dude, man. Blah, blah. I was like, hey, well, you try to do TikTok real quick? Like, what's up, man? It'd be like 5 minutes. And luckily, he had 2 of the cops with him. And they were like, do it. Like, it was 2 female cops. And they were both like, do it. And I was like, man, say less. And he did it with me. And the rest was history, man. I was like, bro, if I can get a cop to do this, I can get anybody to do this.
It'd be one thing if he was, sitting having lunch, but it looked like he was on duty. Well, it didn't look like he was on duty, but he was at least in uniform.
He was on duty.
Right. Quote unquote. Do you have a favorite moment from recording with a stranger? Like any crazy story or anybody like get mad or anything like that with just somebody that you walked up on?
So I have two stories. Actually three stories.
Okay.
One crazy one. Two of them are really quick, but one crazy one. I was in DC, and this would have blew up my entire TikTok. Now that everything's happened throughout the NBA season,
Mhm.
I was doing filming in DC, and I see this big ass dude riding a bike. He was like 6'8", 6'9". And I was like, why is he big ass dude riding a bike? And this girl was beautiful. I was like, dang, she's bad. and so I kept walking, and it was Rui Hachimura.
Oh.
So Rui Hachimura was riding his bike to DC. So I went over to a security guard. I was like, hey man, I'm a TikTok influencer. Like, hey, can I make a TikTok with Rui? Like, blah blah blah. He was like, man, he's doing something right now. And I don't think he'll be able to, blah blah, man. I was like, please, man. And I ended up not being able to get the video with Rui.
Damn.
But that would have changed my whole
Everything.
trajectory.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But you just never know who you're gonna run into.
Right.
And the other day I was in Federal Way, which is an area out here in Pacific Northwest, and I left this gas station and I was driving away and I see a Bentley.
Mm.
And I was like, there's a Bentley.
Palo.
And then Isaiah Thomas walks
Isaiah.
out.
Oh, yes.
Isaiah Thomas
Crazy.
walked out. And I was like, dang, if I would have stayed a few more
Right.
minutes, I could have got a video with Isaiah Thomas. So those moments kind of like get me the most. But honestly, man, to be real with you, the best moment that I had was probably when I was at the Seattle Seahawks Stadium. And I had just done a video with these people. They were super drunk. I did a video with him. After I did the video, a dude pulled up and he was like, bro, you're the guy from TikTok, bro. Do a video with me. I did a video with him. And then after that, two kids pulled up behind me and was like, bro, you're the best. I love your video.
Mhm.
Let's do it. And it was like 5 instances back to back where people were like, bro,
Man.
like your energy, your positivity, like
Yeah.
you make my day. Like, I love this. Like,
Oh, yeah.
parents want to take photos. Like, that's like the best moments, man, when like
Mhm.
people appreciate what you do, not only from the knowledge aspect of basketball, but like the
Sure.
positivity, having fun, making people
Yeah.
smile.
Definitely.
Like, that's the
Yeah.
part you love the most, man.
Yeah, that was going to be
Yeah.
something that I wanted to mention to you is that like because I've obviously, we've seen your stuff forever, but you like your energy and the way that you're like, it's the second pick, let's go. Like all of that every single time. Your energy influenced the way that we started introducing our videos and like how we started doing our own stuff. Cause I was like, we'll just be sitting
Wow,
there
thank you,
sometimes.
man.
And this guy's like thrilled every single time. He doesn't care if it's the Hornets or whoever. He's like, let's go. I got the Hornets like every time. So
Yes,
people
sir.
come
Yes,
people
sir.
come for the basketball, they stay for the personality.
Absolutely, yes. So I wanted to
sir.
give you a
Yes,
shout
sir.
out for that.
Thank you, man.
And then
Thank you.
from a technical standpoint, just for my own sake, just curious, do you bank videos? Like, do you record a bunch at once and then release them throughout the week or whatever?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I mean, if there's an instance where I might go, like that instance where I went to the Seahawks game and all those people came up to me wanted to do videos, like
You got
that's
a
a
lot of
blessed day
content.
for me because honestly, I go out there because I don't mind making solo content. I can make solo content
Sure.
all day, every day.
Sure.
So I like to go out there and my goal is just about 4 videos. Like, I just want to get 4 videos today. That's it.
Yeah.
But if I end up getting like 6, 7 videos, oh yeah, I got a whole bunch on reserve. 'Cause
Right.
I only got to post a verses like maybe like at this point once or twice a week. I used to have to post them every day,
Yeah.
but now I just post them as like a treat. Like, hey,
Mhm.
I'm gonna bless you with a verses today. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So I just do it like once or twice a week now. So yeah, man, I'll stack up. Like this week, you got to think about it. Seattle's about to host the All-Star weekend.
Oh yeah.
I'm going crazy.
Oh yeah.
You know
That
what I'm
is
saying? I'm out there
insane.
all
Yeah.
weekend.
We went
out there all
to
weekend.
as a group. We went to the Nuggets Grizzlies game in March, and our plan was to go to the game, post up early, be outside the arena, and talk to everybody, and make videos and all that kind of stuff, and like get into all this extra content. Unfortunately, due to scheduling, it didn't really work out, but that was the plan. So that's a great way to do it. Okay, let's get to the meat and potatoes here. Favorite NBA
sir.
team?
Used to be the Sonics, but
Right.
now it's the Lakers. I honestly
Called
just
it,
follow
Trey!
LeBron.
I called it.
LeBron.
I called it. Yes.
All
By,
right.
by the way, Trey was like, "Hey, call his favorite team," and I was like, "Yeah, it's probably gonna be the Lakers."
Who's
Yeah,
your
I
favorite
follow
Seattle
LeBron.
player?
My favorite Seattle player all time, I would say I grew up on Ray Allen.
I
had a
called
Ray
it right
Allen
now.
jersey.
Oh, I just said no one
Yeah.
saw me, but I
No
said
one-
Jesus
No,
Shuttlesworth.
shoot,
It's Jesus
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I already knew that going into it because I listened to the both of the episodes of Stay Hydrated that you have on YouTube, and I already could kind of tell by your language that you were a Lakers guy. What made you a fan of the Lakers after the Sonics left? Just was it Kobe? Was it anything in particular?
So honestly, it was LeBron. So to be real with you, I'm not really a full out teams fan.
Okay,
I kinda just
respect.
follow LeBron where he goes because I've been following LeBron since he was in high school. So I mean, I was a fan of Cleveland at one point. I was a fan of Miami. Now I'm a fan of the Lakers. And when the Sonics come back, that will all end. You see what I'm
I
saying?
need that.
And I'm hoping that it overlaps. That the Sonics will come back when LeBron retires. You see what I'm saying? So now I can go right back to my
Perfect
team.
timing.
You see what I
It
mean?
probably will be
Exactly.
around that time,
Exactly.
25, 26, something like that.
Exactly.
Okay, so okay, well, then that answers my last question. I assume I know the answer. It's the big line in the sand between all NBA fans, especially in the last couple of years. Who's the greatest player of all time?
The greatest player of all time, I'll be real with you, is Michael Jordan.
There it is.
your ass.
There it is.
Wow.
The greatest player of all time is Michael Jordan.
Wow.
And LeBron is my favorite player.
Miles, he wanted you to say LeBron and you
Respect.
didn't.
Hey,
And
respect.
thank you so much.
You know what? That's
Respect.
okay.
That's respect.
We get enough people
Yeah,
on here saying
true.
it's LeBron that it's okay. We throw Michael Jordan a bone every once in a while. He needs it. Okay,
He's
let's get
struggling.
to
The other way around.
that was a scouting report.
Not even when it comes on the basketball court. Just look at all the other aspects. Look at all
Facts.
how much Michael Jordan drank, partied, turned up, and still look at how much LeBron goes to get a massages, all the money he spends on medical. Look, Michael only made $94 million in his career.
For real.
So you know what I'm saying? He wasn't putting $1 million a year into his body.
No way.
I'm just
That's
saying,
true.
You look at all those aspects, you know.
I do think he'd be DeMar DeRozan in today's NBA. Anyways, all right. That might be an over-exaggeration. I said it live on the show.
That's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Okay, now we got to get rolling here. This is the basketball game show after all. So before we dive into our first game of the day, Justin, can we get an update on the scoreboard and a recap of our picks from last week, please?
Yes, you can. I didn't know there
Ooh.
was like music going on for a second. I don't know why I got distracted, but so you can indeed. Michael, we finished the month last.
We did
last
finish
week. It was
it,
the last week of the month. So you had Lewis Hamilton to podium. He didn't. You're
He
at 0
didn't.
points.
Every single driver on the grid got a 10-second time penalty because there were 1,200 instances.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Of track limits. I don't get it, but whatever. One of the best drivers of all time can't. Whatever.
All
I also
I-
don't know that I intended to bet all my 1,100 points, but I'm gonna let it go. Whatever. It's all good.
Yeah, you did.
All I know is you lost.
I know, I agree. It's fine. I'm owning it.
Not a big deal. Bob, you had the Red Sox over the Marlins for 500 points. They also didn't do that, but you finished the month in first place. Of course you did. 3,050 points. I had the Mystics over the Dream. That happened, but I only had 400 points to bet, so I only have 800 points. Puts me in second place. Trey,
Let's hear it.
you had the Royals on your chest over the Cleveland Guardians?
Yes.
Yes. And you had 300 points. You lost them all. So you're in last place.
At least they only won. They only lost 2-1. It wasn't like last time. It was
Yeah.
like
Loss is a loss.
13-0 or something.
So a couple things we have to get to,
Yes.
Bob.
First of all, Bob, congratulations.
Champion.
Congratulations on the month. What do you need?
He wants his
You
crown.
want the crown
He
too?
wants his crown. King Bob.
There you go.
That was a big thing for a while. Now we do have the. Are we going to get into that later?
No, I think let's get it. Let's get to it right now, real quick.
Okay.
So we, like I said, this is going to be a fun episode. So stick around with us. Okay, because of the tie between Trey and I, Ablar, this week we are going to make a winner-take-all bet. So no points will be awarded to Trey and I. So we won't have any points on the line. Whatever we accrue today, points-wise, throughout the episode will just be our points.
Okay.
We cannot increase the point total.
Sounds
The
good.
winner avoids the punishment. The loser has to take the punishment between
Gotcha.
the bet. You want to let us know what the bet was while I pull this?
Yes. So the bet was on Wednesday. The WNBA, the LA Sparks, and the Dream. Michael has the Sparks. Trey has the Dream.
Let's see what it is.
And let's see what the punishment will be.
I'm pulling a punishment for either Trey or myself, and it is
Oh no! Oh no!
Rapper World.
Rapper World!
Oh God.
The punishment next week on the show, one of us will write and perform an NBA-themed rap verse
This is hilarious.
on next week's show. It's going to be a good one.
I'll tell you right now, I didn't think that was a punishment because I almost wrote a rap for a Bob's Buckets like 2 weeks ago. And I was
Oh
like,
my gosh.
oh boy,
Okay,
thank God I
well,
didn't.
we are.
that will be on the show next week, so a lot of stakes there, Trey.
All right.
Okay. Let's get
We're about to
to
get these bars, bro.
20 minutes in.
Trey's like, don't worry.
Let's get to our first game of the day, which is What Did He Say?
What did he say? Not a game.
That's right. It's What Did He Say?
That's right.
The rules for this game are very simple. I will play an audio clip of an NBA personality, player, coach, or analyst. It will be your job, Justin, Myles, Trey, and Bob, to work as a team to guess who or what that person is talking about. Each correct guess this week is worth 200 points.
What?
In the event of an incorrect guess, I will receive the 200 points.
Okay.
2 tip clips today. Are you ready to begin, team?
I'm ready.
Yes.
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
All right. Number one here. Who is Colin Cowherd talking about in this clip?
You will be as successful as your effort level and your personality allows. Strictly an offensive player, quirky personality. You can't build around him. Defense, awful. Conditioning, below average. That's what his personality allowed him to be.
Who is Colin Cowherd talking about in this clip?
Ooh.
The cow
Cow.
is probably talking about Damian Lillard. That's the one that
You
came
think
across.
so? No.
What do you guys think?
I don't know. When I hear the word personality and I hear the word no defense, and what did you say, out of shape in that clip, I think?
I can play it again if you need it.
Ah, Kyrie Irving is what you're thinking.
No.
No.
First person I think
Oh.
of was Zion.
What?
Yeah, I thought about Zion Williamson as well.
Oh,
So-
But at
Justin.
the same time, Zion plays defense. So
Yeah,
he
Zion
does
plays
play
defense.
defense.
But
So-
also,
so who'd you
Zion
think?
doesn't play. So I would maybe lean a little bit towards James Harden, known to come in out of shape, known
He's
to
just,
Harden is out
he's
of
just
shape.
offensive.
just
He
offensive,
does not play
not
defense.
defense. And the big news, I'd say the big news, but some of the big news was opting in so he can get traded because he knew there wasn't a market for him to be a free agent signing anywhere he wanted to go.
and he doesn't work hard because he parties. So I
Yeah.
like James
And his
Harden. I like
personality
James
isn't the
Harden.
best. He's been asking for a lot of trades. Yeah.
Yeah.
no,
But
I'd
he
go with
part-
James Harden.
Parties a ton.
Oh, I thought you were
Strip club
disagreeing. I
Harden,
was like,
boy.
It's
oh.
facts.
So
Yeah.
are we all okay with saying James Harden?
I'm okay with James Harden.
Yep.
Locking in James Harden.
Lock him in.
Let's see. That's the first time I've played music during a What Did He Say? So here's this.
But James Harden is a great
Thank
example.
God.
Let's go. Good
That
job,
is
Justin.
correct. Well
job,
Good job,
done.
brother.
Yes,
Did it.
yes.
Attaboy.
That was you, bro.
200 points to everyone. James Harden now tops the 21st century trade request leaderboard with his third trade request in 3 years. But his trade request is not the biggest of the week. That's right. After years of loyalty, embracing the grind, and putting on for his city, Damian Lillard has finally seen enough in Portland and requested a trade. Lillard has made it known that his preferred destination is Miami. Myles, where does Lillard end up?
Well, based off of what he released today, he just released a statement saying that he only wants to play for the Miami
Yeah.
Heat.
Right.
So, due to what Portland stated before, that they feel they owe, a lot to Damian Lillard for what he's done for that team. I see him going to the Miami Heat and Miami Heat making that, making that happen. Now, Miami's going to be hurt because that contract is insane. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I see him definitely going to Miami and joining Jimmy Butler and Bam. That's going to be a crazy trio.
If that
Crazy
was the
trio.
outcome, what do you predict for the Eastern Conference?
If that's the outcome with those three, I definitely predict them being, I would say, third seed in the Eastern Conference.
Okay,
I would
wow.
definitely see Milwaukee still being in the first seed
Mhm.
after re-signing Brook Lopez. That was huge.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Middleton, I think he got paid too much, but at the same time, that was a huge re-signing.
Agreed.
So I like that. And then also Boston getting Porzingis is insane. I mean,
Huge.
you
Very
lost
huge.
somebody that's 6'3", but you gain somebody that's a foot taller.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? It's like in the NBA, it's about size. So,
All right, Bob, what do you think?
yeah.
Where do you think Lillard ends up?
I really like watching the Lillard legacy because it's until I see it, I don't believe it. And so by him coming out and just saying like, "Oh yeah, I only want to sign with the Heat," that's the kind of card LeBron plays. That's the kind of like,
Wait, what?
this is the kind of like big energy move that you make when you know what you have and you just do it, and everyone in the league believes that you do that. I get it, Damian Lillard, you have that, and you have always had that. Pairing him in Miami is honestly the most likely thing to happen. You know, we saw Tyler Hero remove his Twitter bio about being a Miami Heat guard and all this BS and whatnot. So it seems like he is going to Miami. In reality, does he win a championship there? So, Michael, I know your question is, where do the Heat end up?
No, where's Lillard end up? Was the question?
Well, no, he
was a
ends up in
follow-up.
Miami.
Oh, okay.
We already know that.
Sorry.
He's
Yes.
going to do that. That's just going to happen.
Okay.
So, Miami, they were the 8th seed, lost a play-in game, still made the finals. They're going from the 8th seed to the 5th seed.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to finish in a top 3 position. I think, yes, Boston got better. Yeah, I think the Bucks are highly overrated, but they'll still somehow end up with a top 3 seed in the East.
Who's better?
See, and that's the thing is
Well, the Wizards.
the Wizards, obviously, and Toronto, naturally. The Heat, give them the 4th. I'll meet you in the middle.
Okay.
Maybe they'll take the 4th.
Justin, give it to me.
Okay,
Stop.
so I understand that he's like, I'm only going to play for the Miami Heat, right? If the trade package isn't there, the trade package isn't there, and I don't care if they want to do like a solid by Dame, they're not going to take pennies on the dollar for
Right,
Dame.
of course not.
So is Dame really not, if they don't trade him, is he going to sit? Or is he going to play games?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I could see them getting uncomfortable, like the Ben Simmons situation. I mean, like, we need a better trade package. Because why would a third team realistically come into that just to help the Miami Heat get better, even if your team gets slightly better? Because if you're really going to, I'm going to hand the Miami Heat a very good chance at a championship, or can I just stand pat with what I have? Because if I was going to get Tyler Hero as the third part of that trade as the third team, does that make me a championship contender? Probably not.
Probably not, but it depends on the team.
Depends on the team for sure. But also, Tyler Hero, I think we've seen what we're going to get from Tyler Hero. Unless you're going to give him a star role, give him more responsibility for him to grow more, I don't think he's that. And so, if I'm the other teams in the league, I don't help this trade.
Yeah.
And if nobody else helps them, I don't see the trade happening.
So, yeah, I don't want to spend too long on I'm not trying to add too much, but I agree with you because a lot of the teams that could use a guy like Hero / Duncan Robinson / whoever the Heat would have to throw in wouldn't help the Heat get Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
Like, the Bucks would love to have Tyler Hero, but there's no way they want to go up against Damian Lillard, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo in the Eastern Conference.
No.
Trey, what do you got on this one?
I see Dame going to the Heat. I see them finishing if he goes there 5th seed, because you got to think if he goes to the Heat, they lose Hero. They've lost Gabe Vincent. They've lost Max Strus. They have acquired Josh Richardson. They brought Kevin Love back. They brought they acquired Thomas Bryant, but they lost a lot of depth. So I mean, they were 8th seed. They did play really well this past season, but I don't see them making a big jump with that. It's chemistry that's going to do it. So I see at best 5th seed.
So, okay, first of all, finally. Oh, my God, finally. This feels like that relationship that you've been watching go down in flames for years, but they just won't break up. They're like, they're not right for each other, but they just refuse to give up on it. I'm so happy for Dame, but I really wish that it would have happened a few years prior. He's 33 now, not like saying he's not good anymore, but man, if he would have had, if he was 29 or 30 even, this could have been a different story. So, okay, I really like the basketball fit with Miami. I'm just not sure that they have enough assets and draft capital, which the Blazers have made clear this is the priority. Blazers GM Joe Cronin said they're going to do what's best for the franchise, and I'm not sure that Miami has enough to make the best offer. I do agree with you on that, Justin.
No.
They will have to get another team involved. It's going to at least be a third team. Excuse me, maybe even a fourth team.
Maybe even the
But
James Harden
I
team.
do think that Pat Riley and Alonzo Mourning will be highly motivated to get this deal done, and I do think they do. And I also hope they do. I want to see it.
Yeah.
I've said this for years now. Damian Lillard is everybody's favorite player that isn't quite their favorite player. Like, who doesn't root for Dame? Because he's been up there so long, and like I don't know about you guys, but this doesn't sour my opinion on Lillard at all.
Not at all.
He's top.
Like,
He's
I'm like,
the
good,
top
get
player
out
in
of
the
there.
league.
You
Yeah.
deserve it. Like, go
No.
to a successful franchise, do what you do, and go win a ring, hopefully. I would love to see Dame and Jimmy together. Golly, brother, with Spo at the helm, get.
With nobody else.
He
Said
spent
I
his
tell
time.
you what.
I think that team makes at minimum a conference finals run, if not another finals appearance. Seeding in the regular season, who knows? Because the Heat consistently kind of hit a flip. They kind of flip a switch, and who knows? But yeah, I could see him being a top 4 seed, whatever.
Love it.
But yeah, I hope that Damian gets out of Portland. I hope it all works, and I hope he ends up in Miami. Philly would be crazy too.
Philly would be nice.
Lillard and Embiid together would be
Yes,
wild. But
that'd be nice.
what I think is realistic is Miami. I think all parties agree to make it work.
He said it.
So, all right, good job.
said it
200
himself.
points to you guys. Let's get on to question 2, our final question of what did he say? Who is Brian Windhorst talking about in this clip?
I don't know if they got much better, but if you look at where they were a year ago, they had a top-heavy roster so bad it could barely stand up. Now you look at them, they're 9 or so deep. You know, people are reacting like they signed Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo. They had a solid, excellently well-executed weekend. Let's not go crazy and say that, they're the standalone favorites.
Who is Brian Windhorst talking about in that
First-
one? And here's some music.
Go for it.
I'm
Trey.
thinking they're talking about the Lakers.
Trey,
I think
stop.
so too.
I think they're talking about the.
Stop! They're talking about the Lakers!
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
With the
He lost
camera.
his crown.
Lost his crown.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're
Um,
totally talking about the Lakers.
really?
100%. Yeah,
Oh, they are.
absolutely.
All
They
right,
won
fine.
hard.
They have to be talking about the Lakers
Are
because
you kidding me?
no analysts get that irritated talking about any other
true.
team.
Well, and they made like the most. They made like.
right.
And just made all of the moves.
Yeah, they made a lot of the.
Lakers?
One of the most free agent signings.
Lakers?
besides-
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I'll stay
Justin?
Lakers?
Lakers.
Whatever you want. I'll
Lakers?
stay out of it.
Locking
Yeah.
it in. Sounds good. You are correct. Yes,
well,
of course it was the
3
Lakers.
out of the 4 of
Kind
us
of cut
said
you
the
off because
Lakers,
3 out of
but-
the 4 of you were immediately to the Lakers. So yeah, let's not waste time. Free agency opened with a flurry of fun signings, including Fred VanVleet to the Rockets, Kyrie Irving back to the Mavs, Bruce Brown to the Pacers, to name a few. Who has been the biggest winner and the biggest loser of free agency so far there, Myles?
The biggest winner, and this question is hard, but obviously, this is kind of an opinionated question in a way too,
Mm-hmm.
based off what people like. But I think obviously the Lakers won this one. Nobody expected them to get that many players. Nobody expected them to sign back that many players while also getting Austin Reeves and Hachimura back.
At a discount,
So
too.
then being able to get exactly at a discount. So then being able to get all those players and sign Cam Reddish to a vet deal.
Yeah.
That was insane. And then obviously the biggest loser, Portland Trailblazers.
Oh.
You signed Jeremy Grant.
Uh-huh.
Jeremy Grant to
That
a
was a-
$160
Yeah.
million
Yeah.
contract.
I
Jeremy
mean,
Grant.
That's a lot of money.
Hey,
You know
but
what
that
I
was
mean?
Dame's doing.
It's
Dame
like-
didn't request a trade till after.
Real
after
quick,
they signed
Dame
the
did not.
contract.
Dame did not ask for Jeremy Grant. Dame
Yeah.
said, "I need vet players that are proven." Jeremy Grant's not proven yet, in my
Yeah.
opinion. It's like, okay, if you can put up, 30 points of games here and there for the Detroit Pistons, come on.
Mhm. Yeah.
Real
Who
quick,
else is playing?
Cam Reddish is on a veteran contract. He is 23 years old.
But veteran.
I'm saying, you see what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
That's insane.
So,
That's insane.
He's still he's good.
Bob, what do you think about who's the biggest winner, who's the biggest loser?
I think the winner in terms of
Crown is gone again.
In terms of what was received, it's the Lakers, and it's not even close. I think from what they got, Cam Reddish, Gabe Vincent, Rui, D'Lo, bring them back, Austin Reeves, to even mention a few. I could just say, the Pistons lost, and I could also say that the Suns lost because of who they signed, in terms of just veteran men's and stuff. But I'd rather just talk about the Kings.
Veteran men.
Veteran men. I'd rather talk about the Kings and how they absolutely kind of fumbled the offseason. They cleared up cap space. Yeah, listen, because they cleared up cap space to extend Harrison Barnes. Awesome.
And Domantas
cool.
Sabonis.
Well, whatever. The Sabonis is guaranteed. That's happening anyway. So in that time, it doesn't make a difference. And what did they really do? Oh, Trey Lyles returns on a 2-year deal. We re-sign Harrison Barnes. Great. Glad you're the third most exciting team in the West. That's what we want to look forward to. Have fun being the 6th seed next season. You actually got worse. So, disappointing in the Kings.
Justin.
Yeah.
I like the Kings. I think the Kings really wanted to grow their young core.
Sorry, hang on a second. Hang on. Is
know what I
Justin
mean?
giving
What the fuck?
the
You know what I
Kings
mean?
any kind of credit?
you
Holy
kidding me?
crap. I don't believe it.
The
Because
Kings-
Alex Lynn is on a 1-year deal, and Alex Lynn was drafted by the Wizards at one point in time.
All right,
I
go
think
off.
So I'm not saying they're the biggest winner, but I mean they did what they needed to do, which was just have more experience and just grow. Like they were just a young team that just needed to grow a little bit. They didn't have to make a bunch of moves. Now, I actually think it's a toss-up between the Bucks and the Suns for actually who was kind of won free agency. The Bucks go and they re-sign, obviously, Brook Lopez and Chris Middleton, but they also today got Malik Beasley. To me, those are all big moves. The Suns, to me, filled out their roster like I didn't think they could, with a lot of good pieces for like the depth that we all were like, they're never going to sign anybody. It's not going to happen. They're going to have to get Dwight Howard out of Taiwan. Like, it's going to be crazy. But really what happened is they got really good players. The biggest losers, and I think this is not even close, are the Houston Rockets for handing out so much money to people that they didn't need to give money to when they have such a young roster and they're going to be locked into those contracts for a while. But I guess that's what Houston does.
Trey.
I'm
Dylan
gonna
Brooks got paid.
backpack off Justin. I'm gonna go with the Lakers from all their signings. They had the pieces, or I'm gonna say that the Lakers won. He didn't say that, but
I did.
I'm gonna backpack off of Justin and say it with the Houston Rockets. Yeah, they threw a bunch of money to Fred VanVleet and
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks, and that
Jock
GM
Landale is
GM
the bad contract here. Why do you not mention him?
Yeah,
Well,
that GM's
come
just throwing
on.
money. I mean, yeah, Houston's a loser there.
Okay, so we talk a lot about the different phases of the league, like the three-point shooting revolution, the big 3 phase, the big 2 phase. We are now in the depth phase of the NBA. Teams that have 9 to 10 guys who can actually play will see success. Look at Denver. Look at Miami. They just made the finals, in large part because of their depth, having 9 or 10 guys that they can throw it in each certain rotation. And also great coaches behind the helmet in those 2 instances. But if you have a good coach and you got a lot of depth, typically you can make something work. I think the big winner of the weekend, like most of us said, is the Lakers. They needed shooting, youth, depth without breaking the bank to do so, and they did just that. The biggest thing about Rob Pelinka, what he did in this weekend, is contract management. They have Austin Reeves on a 4-year, $56 million deal, which I think by the end of the second year is going to look like the highest value contract in the NBA. He played key minutes for them in the postseason. LeBron even relied on him, bad foot and all that. But I'm just saying, the Lakers went to the conference finals, and then they filled their gaps they filled the gaps that they needed with players that they needed, and did so without breaking the bank. So I think that the Lakers won the weekend. I don't know how much closer they are to the Nuggets and the Suns, but like I said, they just made the conference finals and they got a little bit better. Probably not the biggest name here, but I do like what Indiana did. Bruce Brown fills a hole they've had for the past few seasons. They extend their franchise player Tyrese Halliburton, well deserving, and they bring in Obi Toppin. I think that the Pacers are going to be a team to keep an eye on. In terms of loser, I don't really know if Raphael Stone, the GM of the Rockets, watches basketball, or if he watched the playoffs at least, because they gave Dylan Brooks $20 million a year on 4. It made me laugh so hard I was almost crying. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
But yeah, we'll go.
$20 million
Dylan Brooks had a bad year
year.
last year.
He had a bad year last year, but also, what is his role going to be in this team? Because he's not a role model. He's not an exceptional performer.
He's the enforcer. He's like a Draymond Green. That's gonna.
But he's
I'm
way
ready to
worse
ju-
than
I'm
Draymond.
ready
And I'm
to
not
jump
getting. We're
in
not
on
getting.
this.
We're not getting in on Dylan Brooks right now.
We
What I
could.
wanted to say was, I think it's worth noting though. Someone mentioned that the Bucks were big winners. I disagree a lot. I think that it is going to matter that the Bucks lost guys like Joe Ingles, who played big minutes for them, and Javon Carter, who played big minutes for them. I'm not saying that they're going to be bad by any stretch. They will figure it out, and the team in front of them, they will make it work. They'll win 55-plus games.
But, Michael, they got worse.
I do think they got worse. Malik Beasley is an addition, but you kept the same roster. Everybody's a year older. The best chance for the Bucks to go win a championship this year, which I think is still on the table, as it always is when you have a guy like Giannis, is a Giannis revenge tour. So that's my thoughts on the Bucks. That's my thoughts on free agency. Any other quick notes on free agency? Anybody? Going once.
I did like what was said about the Suns. I just want to say that the Suns got some amazing shooting. The only thing they got to worry about is trying to get rid of Ayton and adding some size at the center spot, getting a nice starter and backup because they need somebody to guard Jokic.
Okay.
I think you're right. The smartest thing the Suns could do is actually sign those guys. They could have signed a bunch of other guys that it just made no sense. Anyway, I love it for the Suns. Good for them.
Go.
Big thing in free agency that I saw was the Knicks getting Dante DiVincenzo. I know it's not a big signing, but bringing that chemistry
Notable.
back with Josh Hart, their point
And Jalen
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 Brunson.
Brunson
Yeah,
and
Won a
him,
championship
they
with
won a
Lillard.
championship together. Huge. I think the Knicks are going
That
to
was
be.
a big one.
All
Better.
right.
Not to be outdone, real quick.
Goko.
Obviously, Mavericks.
No.
Dante Exum.
No.
Dante Exum. Here we go.
Hey, if you love
guys.
Kyrie and Seth Curry in Brooklyn, wait till you see them in Dallas together, because, brother, that's the team you want.
Alrighty, everybody. Good job. That is 400 points to the four of you. Wowza. Okay, I could use some points to start the month, but I guess I won't. We're going to do a really quick version of Team 20 Questions. All right, here's how this one goes. We will start with 90 seconds on the clock. No time. You will work as a team, asking me as many yes or no questions as you like. Each member of your team will get one guess, so use it wisely. You may only ask 2 team or location-based questions per round, meaning does this team play in the Southwest Division or Pacific Division or the Atlantic Division, anything like that. You can only ask those questions twice per round.
If he knows the division.
I won't. I will Google them. If you are able to guess the player, you will get 100 points. If not, I receive the 100 points.
Okay.
We're going to do 2 rounds of this, depending on how long the first one goes. We will see. Just so everybody knows listening at home, Bob and Myles will be on one team, and Justin and Trey will be on one team. So Bob is going to start us asking out, and then we'll go to Justin, then we'll go to Myles, then we'll go to Trey. That will be the order. And I'm ready when you are, Bob. Begin.
Michael, is this a Western Conference team?
Yes. That is one of your team's 2 location-based questions.
Beautiful.
Do we each get 2 or just 2
Nope.
total? 2 total.
2 for the team. So
So 4 total.
nope.
No, just 2.
Two
Me
for
and
the
you both get
team.
one.
So now
Anyway.
Myles asks, correct?
No.
Oh, it's my turn?
No?
Oh,
No,
That's Justin.
Justin's up
Okay,
first,
perfect.
and then
Thank
it'll
you.
be Myles.
Does this player play in the Pacific Division? Kings,
I
Lakers,
love-
Clippers, Suns.
By the way,
Yes.
him getting on us about mascots is us getting him on
Yes.
him about
Yeah. So this is
divisions.
the Pacific Division player
Yes.
heard.
Okay, cool.
Now it's up to Myles. Yes or no question.
Does this player play in the front court?
No.
This guy big. No big.
On to Trey.
Does this player play in the state of California?
Yes.
Okay,
On
so-
to Bob.
Yeah.
Was this player traded over the last 6 months?
No.
Okay.
On to Justin.
Is this player an all-star this current year?
No.
No.
On to Myles.
Is this player known as a shooter?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did this player go to the University of Kentucky?
I'm going to find out. I don't
Good.
I thought you said,
believe so.
do they? And I was like, definitely not. They
Trey
definitely
and
don't.
I are on the same wavelength. That is a great question.
It was a great question.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Got that out of my head.
Yeah, that's the best guess I had so far, so that's
Same.
not it.
On to Bob.
Does this player have the nickname of the Red Rifle?
I know who that is, so no.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my
That
goodness.
is a clever way to work around the asking if it's a specific player. Go
That
ahead,
is
Justin.
true. Let's go with this player currently starting on their team, or did they? Oh, it's a tweener.
I have to just give you a 50-50 there.
Okay.
Myles, to you.
I like that question. I can't ask the same question, huh?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. Okay. Ooh, what do I want to say? Does this player come off the bench?
Sometimes. Yeah, kind of a split,
guys
and
in and out.
also, in this case, to be determined. Trey.
Oh man.
Did this player play his college basketball at Oklahoma? I'm going back to the college.
No.
Okay.
On to Bob. Oh, a quick rule I don't think I mentioned is that you cannot discuss. You haven't done this, but just so everybody knows, you cannot discuss between teammates. So,
But I could discuss with Bob.
you could. No, you can't. No.
Okay, we
'Cause
can't.
that's a workaround, and no. Bob? This would be. We're gonna give it another round
Oh, I'm guessing.
per team.
I thought I was pretty confident with my guess, but I'm going back and seeing that he has not been traded over the last 6 months, so I can't say that. So it's a tough one. Okay, does this player average over 10 points a game?
For his career or last season?
Give me career.
No. Would you like to guess? It will be your last opportunity to do so.
My last opportunity to guess now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me I will guess.
Okay.
And this isn't our guess. This is just mine, or is it our
You
guess?
each get one, so this
this
is
is
your
my
only
guess.
opportunity to guess.
Yep. Okay. So give me Trey Lyles.
No.
Nope.
Justin,
Did this player?
one question, one guess.
Did this player sign a deal this offseason?
Yes.
Yes. Is this Austin Reeves?
Nope.
No.
I said
Miles, you get
Oklahoma.
one question and one guess with the
That was the
information
Oklahoma.
you've got.
Okay. Does the team wear colorful jerseys? Like colorful, like bright colors. Like a yellow.
Yes.
Okay.
Where's yellow?
Yeah. So guess a player, and that'll be your team's last opportunity.
Okay. Is it oh, they haven't been traded. This is hard. Okay. Oh my god, and they come off the bench?
Sometimes.
Kinda.
And
Sometimes
also
come off the bench.
to be determined.
Is this D'Angelo Russell?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, it's
Good
not.
try.
That was
All
my-
right,
that was
Bob and
my
Miles
guess.
are out. Trey's last opportunity.
That was
Otherwise,
my
I get the
guess.
points. One question, one guess, Trey.
That was
So this is a guy from California. Oh man. Okay. Does this player, Michael? I had another player, but he
Let's
got
get to
traded.
it.
He got traded. Let's say. I'm just gonna guess because I can't even think of anything.
Okay, go
right
for
now.
it.
Do it.
Off the top of my head, is this player Terrence Mann?
Nope.
No,
That's an
no.
insane guess.
It is Gabe Vincent.
Oh,
Traded
There it
over the
is.
last 6 months.
He was not been traded in the last 6 months.
yeah, he
No, he
wasn't
signed
traded.
his deal.
He was signed
Free
agency.
agent
Yeah.
signing. Yeah, that is only good. That's going to be our only question there on Team 20
That was a
questions.
good one, man.
And
Yeah.
we are so we're gonna make that one worth 200. I'm not
Dang
changing it
it.
just because I got it. I signaled to Justin halfway through that it was gonna be worth 200 points. Okay, good job ish to you guys. Let's get to. Hey, yeah, we're gonna get to a segment that we love to do, even though we've only done it one time before. We're gonna do it a little bit better this time. It's called Matchup Madness. Welcome to Matchup Madness. In this one, we decide where players should rank amongst the best players in the league by comparing them to their counterparts. The first time we did this was an absolute show, so we're going to lay down some ground rules. Okay. The question at hand is, who is a better player right now? Not who you want for the future, who has accomplished more, who has a better resume, who is the better player right now is the question.
Okay.
I will ask the question of who's better, then we will go one by one in order with you, with who you think is better. We'll start with Myles, then Bob, Justin, Trey, and myself, and then if there's a disagreement, we can discuss. I think it will start fairly easy. We'll begin with. Oh, sorry. Today's subject is Beyblade, Don Julio, J30, Orange Julius. It's Julius Randle is our topic today.
Snap.
Just so everyone knows a little bit of context, Julius Randle's 2023 season average 25 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists on 46, 34, 76 shooting. Nice. Everybody knows.
Okay.
All right, we'll start. Hey, Myles, Julius Randle or Christian Wood?
Ooh, I'm taking Julius Randle.
Okay.
He's just more proven, more consistent. Definitely taking Julius. He can play the star role. I don't think Christian Wood is prepared to do that.
Bob. It's the first one. Don't get crazy.
I'm gonna have to go with Julius Randle.
Justin.
All right, Julius Randle.
Trey.
Julius Randle.
Yes,
More
Julius
versatile.
Randle. Okay, we all agree on Julius Randle. Next up, Julius Randle or Evan Mobley? Myles.
Oh wow. I'm taking Julius. I can't lie to you. I'm taking Julius. I like Evan Mobley's defense, but I'm taking Julius Randle.
Okay, good. We're off to a good. If we're struggling this much on number two, brother
now,
does not stand a chance making it through the gauntlet. Bob.
Right now, 100% Julius Randle.
Evan
Justin.
Mobley.
Wow. Explain to me why.
Way better defensively. And so to me, that makes him a better player. Just we're not talking about fit with the team, I guess. Is that what we're not talking about? Or fit for the future. But I don't think fit for the future. I think fit for your team right now and is better for your team, Evan Mobley.
Okay, interesting. I will let
That
you
wasn't the
know
question.
that Evan Mobley's season averages were 16, 9, and 3 with 0.8 steals and 1.5 blocks. Julius Randle had 0.6 steals and 0.3 blocks. So you are right there. So you're the only one with Randle so far. Randle or Mobley? Or sorry, Mobley, yeah.
Right now, I'm going to go with Randle.
Okay. I also agree.
All right.
Julius Randle. Yes, so we are 4 out of 5 there. Julius Randle or Aaron Gordon?
Julius Randle.
I agree.
No hesitation.
Bob.
I like Aaron Gordon with Julius, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's lots to say about Aaron Gordon, especially recency bias will come into play. But I think we need to know this is still someone who averaged 25, 10, and 4. It's Julius Randle is the answer.
Justin?
Aaron Gordon.
All right, you're doing this thing heard. Trey?
Julius Randle.
All right, yes. Obviously, it's Julius Randle. Okay, Julius Randle. This is going to be an interesting one. Julius Randle or Pascal Siakam?
Ooh. I can't lie to you. I'm a huge Pascal Siakam fan.
Okay.
I'm taking Pascal Siakam.
Okay.
I'm taking Siakam.
Bob?
I can't lie. If I could draft anyone if I could honestly pick up one of those two to start a franchise, I'm picking
That's
Pascal.
not what we're doing. That's not what it is.
Exactly. So that's why I'm picking Randle.
Okay, gotcha.
Pascal Siakam.
Trey?
Pascal Siakam.
Julius Randle
24/7
so much
and 8.
offense, man.
So-
no
So
way.
7 and 5.
So
24/7 and
Julius
5.
Randle, like I already mentioned his averages. Pascal Siakam this year averaged 24, 8, and 6 with a steal and half a block a game on 48, 32, 77% shooting. I am going to go Julius Randle. I'll be the tiebreaker there and lean Randle.
Nice.
Okay, let's get somebody that won an award this year. Julius Randle or Lauri Markkanen?
Julius Randle. I understand Larry Markkanen had a great season this year. Great comeback here. The Jazz weren't really playing for much, but I like Julius Randle.
Yeah. Baseline stats. You look at as it is. I have to go without potential. You have to go with Julius Randle here. I'm sorry,
Justin.
Larry Markkinen.
Of course. Trey.
Right now, Lauri Markkinen.
Wow, really?
I'm
He finally got put into a situation where he could like shine. Which Chicago, he could have done that, but
No, he couldn't.
Utah, he's that guy. So Lauri Markkinen right now.
I'm gonna go Julius Randle, but here are the splits. Lowry had 25, 9, and 2, so fewer assists. The same amount of steals and 0.3 blocks higher. And I think part of that can be attributed to the way that the Jazz kind of operate their defense as well as size.
And he's like 7'1". Right?
Yeah, Larry Markkinen is huge as well. So 0.3 blocks. Lowry does have the edge on shooting splits, though, because Lowry shot 50, 40, and 87.
Oh, my God.
He would have been the tallest player in NBA history to ever get the no, that's not true. I guess Dirk, but he would have been the tallest player in NBA history to be 50, 40, 90. Okay. Julius Randle or Kristaps Porzingis?
Man, to be honest with you, this previous season, Kristaps went off, man.
Yep, he did.
I'm taking Porzingis, especially on the defensive end. He was completely different, dominant, man. I'm putting Porzingis up there.
Bob.
I was not aware of Kristaps Porzingis' defense before he was traded and stuff, but apparently he's incredible.
Incredible.
Because, spoiler alert, his offense is also amazing over this last year. So, yes, I will also take KP over Randall.
Justin's taking Porzingis. Trey.
Porzingis
Sucks.
all day, every day.
Okay.
Not even a question.
This is why I pose the question, who's a better player instead of, it's not who do you want on your team, because I'd rather have Porzingis, but I still go Julius Randle. I'm still going to take Julius Randle.
I don't know what
The
KP
Porzingis
can do
the
on a
Porzingis
team.
thing is notable. The defense is very notable. He averaged 23, 8, and 3 with 1 steal and a block and a half a game. But Julius Randle, I'm gonna stick with Julius Randle for as long as we can. Okay, this is where I think we might struggle with some Randle
Porzingis
love.
shoots better than him.
Julius Randle or Zion Williamson.
He does.
Right now, obviously, if we were talking about overall talent, we're talking Zion. But right now, Julius Randle, he plays. And not only that, Julius Randle is one of the healthiest players in the NBA. He honestly plays over 70 games, I think, a year. So Julius Randle.
Bob.
The argument is so good, and I want to say Zion due to explosiveness and when he's on the court, but that's what I say, when he's on the court. So Julius is always on the court, so I'll take him.
Okay, Justin.
Watch that.
Taking Zion.
I might surprise you.
Oh, wow.
I might not.
Yeah.
Randall.
I'm taking
I did. No, only strictly because of the whole other stuff.
Okay, sure.
I'm
Trey?
taking Zion.
You taking Zion?
Like right now, if he's playing, he's playing.
I'm taking
Zion.
I'm gonna take Zion as well. And the last few of these, I think we can mostly, seeing that we've kind of found where Randall fits, I think we can kind of hit these quickly. Julius Randle or Bam Adebayo?
Oh, Bam Adebayo.
Bob.
Bam Adebayo.
Defense-wise, Bam Adebayo.
Bam.
Everything bam.
Bam. Yeah, I mean, the discrepancy between offense and defense is huge. Like, Randall is a way better offensive player than Bam is, at least in this last season, but Bam is a significantly better defender. Okay, Randall or Domantas Sabonis?
Sabonis.
Bob.
Randall.
Wow, we really
Sabonis has been better. Sabonis is better on the Pacers.
So we're looking at playmaking and all that stuff. I look at offense purely in terms of what happened last year. I saw Sabonis not be an offensive presence in the playoffs, and I did see Randall be that guy.
Justin.
Sabonis.
Okay, good. Then the last couple are kind of formalities. The big one I wanted to get to was later on. I thought that this would be spicy, but we'll save that for a second. Julius Randle or Triple J?
Julius Randle. I think Triple J is overrated.
I love this. Yes.
Wow. Spicy take. Was not expecting that. Bob.
Offense always Julius Randle. I have to go for it. Triple J exists, but is he when you think defensive players of the year, is that who you think of initially? Is that the first person you think of?
Well, this year, yeah.
I don't.
For sure.
So who's your pick? Randall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, no, Triple J.
Triple J.
Overvaluing Julius Randle like crazy right now. I don't know what's
Overvaluing
going
Triple
on.
J.
I mean,
honestly.
Jaren Jackson Jr. averaged 18, 7, 1 steal, and 3 blocks. So obviously he was the defensive player of the year, so he has that advantage. But yeah, like I said, it's kind of like the Bam thing where it's like Julius Randle's so good on the offensive side. I don't know. Okay. Last one, Julius Randle. And this is the one that I was really interested to see. And I might twist the question a touch. Julius Randle or Karl Anthony Towns?
Oh, Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay.
That's an easy one.
Bob?
Come on, Bob. It's offense based.
Do something crazy. It's not offense based.
No, for him it has been the whole time.
It has. It's who can impact the offense the best in the way that sends them forward.
Come
And
on.
if you're asking me, all right, give me Cat.
There it
Yeah.
is. Meow.
Obviously, Cat, Trey, Cat, me, Cat.
Cat,
Okay, good
Yeah.
job. That is where Julius Randle ranks amongst the other big men in the league. There were a couple names that I left out, John Collins, guys like that, but okay, we kind of got there.
I'll give Randall love over John Collins.
All right.
No,
We're
you won't.
already running
Same.
very, very long on this episode. So let's get to Myles is a first-time guest, which means, of course, you know what time it is. It's time for Guess That Player. Myles, welcome to Guess That Player. So glad to have you. We got Wadurr himself.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Water.
sir.
You ever heard that song?
Water.
You ever heard that song by Mick Jenkins, Water? Mick
I've
Jenkins.
honestly never heard the one by Mick Jenkins. I'm a Mick Jenkins fan, but I never heard Water by it.
What about Ugly God?
I gotta be honest. If
Ugly God? I have heard that.
Trey was waiting for that.
given that your name is Water, you gotta check that song out. It's a good one. I love that.
I will.
All right,
Yes,
so Myles, here's how this goes. There are 4 rounds. Each question has an assigned point value. The questions will increase in difficulty as we progress throughout the game. I will list you some facts and season stats of one mystery player, then give you 4 players to choose from. You have 3 lifelines to use, but you can only choose to use 2 of them. Once you use the second, the third one is eliminated. Your options are: ask a co-host. You will have 30 seconds to discuss with one of these 3 fine gentlemen here. Bench a player. I will eliminate one of the incorrect answers. Or scouting report. I will tell you one fun fact about the correct player, and it is a helpful fact. You know, something, for the most part, these are things that will almost assuredly give it away. So, are you ready to play question 1?
Let's get it. All right, so I gotta ask a question about the player.
No. I got you. I'm gonna lead
okay.
you right into it. Question 1 is worth 100 points. This 31-year-old just secured himself a new contract after his 12th season in the league, in which he averaged 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and shot 38% from 3. Your options are A, Nikola Vucevic, B, Anthony Davis, C, Kyrie Irving, or D, Brooke Lopez.
Kyrie Irving.
Oh, we're just
Right into
we're
it.
just firing it off.
Attaboy.
Is that your
No.
final answer?
That is my final answer. Yes.
Final answer. Had 4 options. Didn't even need to think about it, and without a doubt, that is correct.
Secured. Let's go.
Yes.
Good job, good job. Great start. 100 points to you.
Hell
Just so you know, the scouting report was this player believes the earth is flat.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was.
Would have given it away. Would have given it
too
away.
easy.
Reminder to the panel, no help.
I'm not even looking. I don't even know.
Oh, yeah, but quit saying no.
Oh,
Good
okay.
job. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's what happened last time.
For sure.
When we had John on the show, you were like, no, it's the other one, and then he changed it. So zip it.
For sure.
Shut up, Trey.
All right. Are you ready to play question 2?
Yes, sir.
Question 2 is worth 200 points. This 33-year-old, playing for his 3rd team in the NBA, played just 4 more games than his injury-prone co-star, while averaging 24 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists and shooting 46% from the field. Your options are A, Paul George, B, Klay Thompson, C, James Harden, or D, Jimmy Butler. And I can give you stats again, whatever you need. You let me know.
What was A again?
A is Paul George.
Okay. And you said what was the averages?
Averages are 24 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 46% from the field.
Paul George.
Paul George, final answer?
Yep, final answer.
Final answer. Let's see. Well, before we start these, I always tell the guest, hey, while you're doing Guess That Player, be sure to, think out loud and kind of give them your train of thought, but Myles doesn't even need it. He doesn't need time to think, and so far, it's working for him. That is correct.
Let's go!
Well
Two for
done,
two,
my
baby.
friend. You are 2
Let's
for
go.
2.
Oh my God.
2
might do
for
it.
2.
He has full lifelines, man.
Yes, you do. You have not used the lifeline.
Let's
Just a reminder,
go.
you've got 2
Pressure's
lifelines.
on.
And I will remind you, question 4 is typically a crapshoot, very, very difficult to get correct. So question 3 is typically the toughest of the realistic ones to get. Okay, are you ready to play question 3?
Let's get it.
Let's do it. Last season, this player averaged 21.1 points, 2.6 rebounds, 4 assists, and shot 37% from 3. He has now been thrust into a bigger role thanks to a major development with his team. Your options are A, Desmond Bane, B, Kyle Kuzma, C, Anthony Simons, or D, DeJounte Murray.
All right, so this one is tougher, but I know it's not DeJounte Murray because I know he averages more rebounds. And then who were the other players?
Desmond Bane, Kyle
I know-
Kuzma, Anthony Simons, or DeJounte Murray.
I know Kyle Kuzma averages more rebounds too,
Okay.
because I believe the rebounds you said was like 2 or 3. or
Rebounds
something like that.
2.6. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma averages like 6, 7 rebounds a game. Desmond Bane, I believe he averages more rebounds too. So I'm gonna go with Anthony Simons.
Anthony Simons. Final answer?
That is my final answer. Yeah.
It's kind of like a no-hitter. I'm not going to speak about it. I'm not going to say what I so badly want to say. But so far, my friend, you have tied the leaderboard.
Let's go.
You have now secured
Yes.
a tie with the best Guess That Player result in Yay basketball history, and it all comes down to question 4. Are you ready to play?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We're all rooting for you, Myles.
come
Oh
on,
my
Wadurr.
God.
Come
We
on,
all want
Wadurr.
this.
Question 4 is the big one, worth 400 points. This 25-year-old Australian rookie averaged 1.2 points, 1 rebound, and 0.2 assists in 66 minutes played this season. Your options are A, Kobe Simmons, B, Jack White, C, Lawrence Pugh, or D, Malcolm Hill. And a reminder, you have both lifelines still for this question alone.
Yeah, I don't know any Australian born rookies that were drafted this year. I wish I would have drafted last year. I wish I would have paid attention to that. He was drafted though?
Unfortunately, I cannot answer that for you.
He was okay. Okay, so I have to use a lifeline.
Mm-hmm. You've got 2. You can use 2 of them if you want.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use both for sure.
For sure.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I want to bench a player first.
Bench a player. We will be eliminating Lawrence Pugh.
Okay.
So meaning your options now are Kobe Simmons, Jack White, or Malcolm Hill.
Kobe Simmons sounds so familiar.
1.2 points per game.
So
Familiar?
No, it just sounds like a player that was recently getting picked up last year. I feel like I've heard his name before.
His 1 bucket every other game.
I just know because I used to play a lot of FanDuel, so.
You got 1 more lifeline. You can either talk to one of these guys or we can give you a fun fact.
Let's do let's talk to one of these guys because I don't think a fun fact is gonna help me. I don't know anything about him.
Okay. Which of the gentlemen would you like to speak with for 30 seconds? Bob, Justin, or Trey?
Let me speak to Justin. It seems like he knows a little bit. So. It seems like he knows a little bit about this guy.
Have you made a decision, sir?
All right.
Boy,
30 seconds on the 30
30
seconds on the clock. Begin.
Can I hear the 3 names, please?
Kobe Simmons, Jack White, Malcolm Hill.
Okay, so Malcolm Hill, I'm thinking Australian. I'm thinking Australian names. Jack White stands out immediately as an Australian name.
Yeah.
So I would lean towards Jack White, but because you're familiar with Malcolm Hill, Kobe White,
Kobe Simmons.
Simmons, you get it.
Well, you thinking Ben Simmons? You see what I'm saying? Ben Simmons, Australia.
Yeah. So I go, all right, I go Kobe Simmons or Jack White. I would eliminate Malcolm Hill.
Okay.
Time up.
So I'm gonna go with because when he said Jack, I thought about Kangaroo Jack.
Oh.
So what I'm gonna do is go with Jack White. Jack White.
Jack White,
my
final answer?
Yes.
God, I hope so.
Final answer.
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been listening along with the show, you know that time after time after time, we play Guess That Player, and I sit here patiently and wait for a 4 for 4.
Patiently waiting, cut.
The wait is over.
I thought that was a made-up name, bro.
No way!
4 for 4.
Are you kidding me? We pop champagne.
I need a bottle of champagne.
We pop champagne.
We
don't
need
we?
shots.
We brought records.
Oh
We
my
take
God.
shots.
We brought
now.
records, man.
Oh my
way.
God.
Shout out Anthony Anderson. Shout out Justin. Shout out Kangaroo Jack.
Wow.
No way.
Sweet.
I'll say-
Amazing.
I'm glad I can help you get to 4-0 because I went
Amazing.
over.
Justin's like, I did that.
Oh
wow.
my God.
Gentlemen, a round of applause
Yeah.
for Myles.
Actually,
The first
thank
ever
you.
4 for 4. Amazing. Myles,
We made
so
history
well
today.
done. Holy crap. That means that is 1,000 points for you. And on the
Yes,
all-time
sir.
guest leaderboard, you will take a commanding first place lead with the
go.
first
Come on.
ever 4 for 4 finish.
Oh my God.
1,000 points
go.
on the board at the end of the game.
1,400.
But 1,400 for the end of the day, which is also first place.
Crazy.
Holy crap.
go, man.
Sir,
Come
thank you
on.
so much for that. I've needed the 4 for 4 for so long.
That's crazy.
Let's
Oh,
go.
let's go, Myles. Thank you so much. All right. Now that you have all these points, let's see what we're going to do with them, and we are going to gamble them away in Props to You. The most exciting edition.
The most exciting edition of
exciting
Props to
edition.
You. So here we are today in first place. So we have a 3-way tie. We have Bob, we have myself, and we have Trey with 1,900 points. In second place, Michael, 1,700 points.
Yeah.
Because we all started with 1,500. So that's nothing against you, because you took a commanding shot at all of us with your big 1,400
Golly.
points today. So here's the situation. Obviously, you've got the sparks. You've got the dream.
Yes.
No points will be bet from your end.
Nope.
Loser does the whole rap battle situation.
Yep.
Bob, you have the liberty scoring more points on Wednesday than the Aces in the WNBA.
Theoretically.
You've got 1,900 points. What would you like to bet? How many would you like to bet?
Go ahead and throw a fat ol' 500 on that.
500 big ones. I have got Novak Djokovic to win Wimbledon.
Nice.
To win the whole darn thing for 100 points.
Wow.
Because I don't know that much about tennis, to be honest with you. He was just the favorite. And
Yeah, what are the odds on that? Oh, he's the favorite.
He's the favorite, yes.
He's
It's like minus 120 or
Oh,
something.
okay.
And then, Bob, you
0.2.
have our two options.
Yes, so
For our
Myles,
guests.
Bob here is going to
The
present you with
legitimate
two
option?
options
Okay,
with
good,
the
good.
1,400 points on the day. Is that correct for Myles there? For
Is
Wadurr,
that
he's
Yes,
got
1,400 points. We have two options.
So you can either take a safe bet, or you can take a more complicated bet to maybe way maximize your points. Now, I'm just general kind of opinion. Given your already commanding lead on first place on the all-time YB guest leaderboard.
Well, there's a notification that he's 100 points behind the actual leader.
Oh, as of now, but
As
that's,
of right now, you
that's
could.
pre-bet. That's pre-bet,
Pre-bet.
right? Okay. So if you don't have to bet all your points, but Bob's going to give you a couple options. Go for it, Bob.
Yes, I'm so glad that you asked. Actually, I'm going to give you a WNBA obvious stat, one that, why not? You know, it's pretty obvious. You're going to take it. It's actually the leading scorer of the Minnesota Lynx, okay? We're talking about Nafisa Collier. Now, Nafisa Collier averages about 22 a game, so I'll give you the over-under on 19.5 on a WNBA superstar, 19.5 points per game. Okay. Now, your other option is a two-way leg parlay, my friend. Okay. Now, we're talking about Nick Taylor winning the John Deere Open for golf. So this is a plus 4,000 bet. So Nick Taylor, Canadian born, he won the Canadian Open 2 weeks ago. So it's very high potential there. And then the other one that's more in particular, Dan Hooker, MMA fighter, has to beat his game against Jillian Turner, his game. So that's a plus 12,200 odds. So if you're to put, how many points does he have? 1,400? If you're to put 1,400 on this one, you would end up with 170,000 points.
Which will never be topped.
Which will never be topped. Ever.
But
ever
I
be
will
topped.
let you know, in the past we've told guests you can't take them with you. But in the event that you are back on the show, which we hope that you are at some point, these points will carry over. So next time that you're here with us, if you have more points, if you have the points, so you can take the extreme bet, the golf and the MMA thing, or you could take the Minnesota Lynx leading scorer over 19.5. What are you going to choose?
And that's the thing, because the PGA thing, we made sure not to screw you over, my guy. He probably should win this. He's not the favorite, but he is on a streak. We did the research. It's
Yes.
legit.
We're setting you
Dan
up for
Hooker,
success.
It's not the main one, but it's like a minor, so he's probably going to win it. So just so you
Okay.
know.
Let me do because I would never bet golf. That's
Okay.
one thing that I would just never.
God!
I would never bet golf, man.
Damn
It's just it's just too many factors, you know. It's too many factors. but let's be safe, man.
Take the safe
I'm
bet.
gonna do WNBA.
How many points do you want to put
Yes,
on
sir.
that WNBA prop bet?
Let's put 1,000 points on there.
1,000 points. So he'll be,
Fuck yeah.
if he
1,000.
hits it, he'll be way above at 2,400. If he
Yes.
misses, he'll be still third place with 400 points. And that are the standings.
Yeah.
Myles, oh my goodness. Thank you so much for joining us. The first ever 4 for 4. Such a pleasure to have you on the
sir.
show. Where can people find you?
All right, you guys, you can find me on any social media platform, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. On TikTok and Instagram, it's wa.durr because there's some person out there that has WADURR. I don't understand it. I don't know why. And then on YouTube, it's WADURR. Catch me on all platforms. I try to post good content, positive content, keep you smiling, keep you going. And if you see me out here on the streets, I'm out here in Seattle. I'll be out here in Seattle for All-Star Week. So I'll be out there all week over by T-Mobile Park and everything. So you catch me out there. You know, let's do some videos. Let's pass some good
Absolutely.
energy along. Let's get it.
Awesome. Bob, what do you have for the people?
Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
And go touch the grass. It's
Yes.
great out there.
It is nice summertime. Enjoy the grass. Justin.
Summertime outside. Probably need to mow your grass, but
Oh.
too hot. Stay inside.
True.
Too hot out here. Stay
Okay.
inside. Stay inside.
Trey, what do you
So
have for
guys,
the people?
National Compliment Your Mirror Day. So go look in the mirror and compliment it.
Yeah,
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
We
And way
can
to make
up a
history,
national day, by
Miles.
the way.
Glad to
Thank
have you, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank
I
you,
just want to
Miles.
say one more thing, man. I just want to say thank y'all for having me on here, man. This is a super dope platform. And, I always tell people, creators, it's all about collaboration.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get anywhere by yourself. You get there by working with people, good people that have good intentions and just want to help each other get to high places, So I appreciate y'all for having me on here and reaching out. It takes a lot to do that.
It is
Appreciate
a pleasure to have you on, and we gotta do some head-to-head videos. We gotta get those filters
Yeah,
rocking
man.
because we would love to have you do some of that. That'd be a lot of fun. So, all right,
Yes,
everybody,
sir.
before I
Yes,
log
sir.
off here, be sure to like, subscribe, rate 5 stars, share with friends, and follow us at @yay_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
Add me on the ground.
Just a reminder, we are recording live from the Yay Studio,
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
which means we do not edit. We press record and we post what we got. Thank you again so much for listening, everybody. We really do appreciate it. It has been a pleasure to have Myles on the show, Wadurr himself. Don't forget to stay hydrated, spread positivity, bring the energy, and don't forget, more than anything,
Yeah!
basketball.
All right, y'all.